What's good? What's good?
I don't know why Herm thought I had briefcases full of money. I don't know what coach.
You carry him around. Why you do that?
No, man. Those days are over, man. It's NIL time now. I don't have to do that for USC anymore.
It was all for USC. Around to give them out to other people. That's why we carried it around. To give it out to other people.
I see. Yeah, that's why we carried
$80,000 this far. You know
Back in the day, the assistant coach with the suitcase, on his lap.
There you go, Max.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Come on.
I used to come in when I played in the league. I'd stop by the university, pick up the couple briefcases, and go to the high school recruits.
Right. Right.
No traceable dollars for me.
Nothing wrong with that from a moral sense. You could argue ethically. All right.
Put it in the escrow account, Max.
Here's
How about that, Max Kellerman?
We are giving away $10,000 a day. KJM 10K a day giveaway. And by the way, you know what I like so much about this one?
No.
About this giveaway?
Tell us.
The promotion, it's a pleasure to do. You know how good it feels to feel like Oprah? And you get $2,500 and you get $25. Every hour we give away $2,500. So far we've done it for 8 days. We've given away 80 G's. It's about to be 82.5. 10 minutes from now, we're going to give you the winning word. Text it to 777-000. Just like that, you might win $2,500. So
Hold
far,
on, Max. I just want to do a quick shout out.
32 people have won.
Shout out to Cornelius in Colorado. Spoke to him yesterday. He won on the winning word clutch. He's a Denver Broncos fan. We had some fun about Russell Wilson.
How ironic.
Let's ride. And
Denver Broncos fan won on the word clutch?
Yeah, and clutch. And then my boy Patrick
ironic.
in South Carolina, who actually works at, the Sprinter truck vans. He works in one of those plants, right? And he's diehard Cowboys fan.
Mm-hmm.
So he won $2,500, which is big for him as well. So I just want to give a shout out to my people yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all.
I'd like to give a shout out to Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo, Key, 4 TDs. The Niners blow out the Cardinals 38-10.
Max, can we just talk about for a second why every time they pan to Jimmy G last night in Mexico City, it felt like it was Romeo Santos, or like I felt Antonio Banderas, or like J Balvin. I was like, is this dude a superstar in Mexico City? What is going on?
Yeah, man.
It felt like a World Cup game last night. The environment, it was sick.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. It's like, Key, I remember back in the day, right? Snoop had a line. I throw, what do you say? Something strikes like Roger Clemens or Andy Pettit, something like that. And I thought to myself, Snoop is up on Andy Pettit. You know why? Because the dude's in the World Series all the time, right? Like if you are deep in the playoffs all the time, people around the world know you. I mean, Snoop was a bigger baseball fan, I guess, than I realized at the time. But the point is, Jimmy Garoppolo, every time you turn around, the dude is deep into the playoffs. People know who he is.
Yeah, talking Espanol, the post-game interview. I'm like, what is going on right now? Okay, crossover.
So, Jimmy Garoppolo did the key last night. The Keyshawn Johnson, Bill Parcells, old football heads, let's keep it nice and simple. He dropped back 29 times, completed 20 passes for 228 yards, had 4 TDs. It's a little gaudier, the statistics, than Key usually explains, but it's the same principle.
No, it's not gaudy, Max. That's about right. 20 to 29, drop back less than 30.
It's the 4 TDs, Key.
He got the 4 TDs, but that's a little candy on top, right? I mean, it's just a little sweetener. Plus, they rushed for $150, and the defense played lights out. You're going to win, man. You're going to win all the games that way. If you look at the stat line for Jimmy G and some of the other quarterbacks at the top of the conference or the top of the NFL, outside of maybe Patrick Mahomes, and you throw a little bit of Joe Burrow in there, which to me, the Cincinnati Bengals aren't real competitors in terms of going back to the Super Bowl this year. But if you look at Buffalo, those are the only 2 outliers, in my opinion, that throw the ball everywhere all the time. Other than that, everybody's going to pretty much have this sort of stat line.
I think the Bengals are live to win the whole thing this year, but we'll see. They got to get healthy. But meantime, Jimmy G is running Shanahan's offense, right? Now let's keep in mind, Bill Belichick said that dude's going to succeed Tom Brady. Shanahan said, I want that dude to run my offense, right? And he never loses, essentially, when he plays. What goes into running Shanahan's offense, Jimmy?
And a lot of things. A lot of hard work, a lot of studying. It's not the easiest offense in the world, but it's definitely worth it when you get on that field, because when it's hard on us, it's really hard on them, and you got to remember that. And it's been fun. It's me and Kyle growing together and put together a good game today.
So, Jay, 6-4. They've won 5 of 7. They're tied with the Seahawks now. Isn't that amazing? Trey Lance, well, they're going to try to develop him. Jimmy G under center, boom, just like that. Oh, they might win the Super Bowl. I don't know why everyone wants to move on from this dude. Key, are they legitimate Super Bowl contenders right now?
Absolutely. 2 weeks ago, I told you I didn't have them in there. And then Adam Schefter, because I'm on NFL Live, obviously, on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then one of the days, Adam came out with his report while we were on NFL Live. And he said, I think this was last week, he said that the 49ers are going to get back 11 players 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. And I'm like, oh, they getting back who? I was like, oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to mess things up because I'm getting ready to move over to the 49ers a little bit. I'm sliding toward that. And now when you look at it in Kettle and getting back, obviously, Deebo Samuel, he plays like a Deebo and just out there just ripping it up. Then you got Bosa on the defensive side of the ball, and then young defensive backs and Diamador Lenore out of Oregon, who's certainly turning into a fabulous corner for them. So you start to look at it and you're like, okay, this make a whole lot of sense. It just looks right. Now you sit back and you say to yourself, I wonder if they think, man, maybe we should have not given up all those picks and did something else with that.
November 22nd, today's date, right? I'm going to take the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl. I'm going to mark it down. I'm going to take them to come out of the NFC.
Why not?
I get the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is different. I understand Dallas and what their upside is with that defense. I think the addition of CMC, Christian McCaffrey, really adds a different layer to this team offensively because of how they can utilize him within the offense. He just creates so many issues. Getting running back, Elijah Mitchell back, it gives him another option. Man. Like, just George Kittle, the way they play. Key talked about Deebo. And Jimmy G making the sound decisions. Like, I know it will come down to him making critical plays, but it's just something about the way this team is constructed. And then once again, we talk about Dallas going through adversity this season. This team with all the injuries and Trey Lance and everything they dealt with Jimmy G, I like the 49ers to come out of the NFC when it's all said and done.
So interesting, Jay, as you go through the weapons on that team, they're also versatile. They kill you in a lot of different ways. You mentioned CMC and Kittle and Deebo, and then you Mitchell, and a lot of guys can get you in a lot of ways. So where does San Francisco rank in the NFC hierarchy? You can be a part of Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max Nation on the Dr. Pepper call-in line, 888-SAY-ESPN, 729-3776. ESPN Nation's presented by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Niners or Eagles out of the NFC? And I would throw in
the Cowboys, the boys.
And the Bucks.
You know what, though? All 4 of the teams out of the NFC, except the Bucks doesn't do it as well. But the other teams, all 4 of those, 3 other teams, they can run the football and they can play defense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Bucks have the defensive talent on the roster, but I think a lot of the run issue, Key, is just the whole interior line got turned over. You had retirement, you had an injury, and then you had another injury right before the season started. Those guys got to the but the run game's coming along for Tampa, right?
Yeah,
and
last game they did better, but I mean, just on a consistent basis, Philadelphia's running the ball well, not only because of the running backs, but then Jalen Hurts turns into a running back.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just talked about San Francisco and what they're capable of doing with Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey and company, terms of running the ball. We know what Pollard and Zeke could do, but then you look at all of those defenses. The Eagles' defense is pretty good. Dallas defense, we already know what that is. San Francisco defense, we got a chance to see that last night. So, we know what Tampa is. I'm just worried about Tampa's run game as it stands today. Tomorrow may be different.
Yep. Listen, in about 20 minutes, Key is going to give you his list of the top teams in the NFL in order. Meantime, in 10 seconds, it will be 10 after the hour. And you are going to get the winning word in 5 seconds. And the winning word, you're going to text to 777-000. You might win $2,500.
KJ and Max, 10K giveaway.
And the winning word is golden. 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 Guess Golden State. Is that what you're thinking about, Shannon?
What? Golden State? What thinking about Golden State?
Well, but that's San Francisco. Is that the idea?
Yeah, Golden State.